and welcome to question 4 of grade 10 June 2025. Let's start with 4.1. We are working in the traveler's worksheet, which is this one. Insert the 4Logo JPG image as the background of the worksheet. So you can go to page layout and you will see background. If you do not know your ribbons and you do not know your tabs, you do not know what is where, you can always search for the keyword and you might just find it. So we select choose background here, or we can do it here, and we say from a file, and you follow your path, and it's 4Logo, and the logo has been inserted as the background. 4.2, modify the spreadsheet so that the grid lines do not show. Your grid lines can be found here, but this is off. So if you look here, the grid lines view is on, so we unselect that. Then question 4.3, set the row height of rows 40 to 59 to be the same height as rows 10 to 39. This requires you to do two things. You need to go check the height and apply it to these. So we check 10 to 39, right click, row height. It is 15. Now we need to change that of 40 to 50. So we select 40 to 50 and we say right click, row height, and we change it to 15. Question 4.4, change the data type in cell B10 to ensure that the number 0 appears when a cell number is entered. After changing the data type, add a 0 to the cell phone number in cell B10. Remember, when it is a number, if you enter a number 005, the zeros disappear because the computer is looking at it as a number. But if you add it as a text, then the zeros will stay. So if you want the zeros to appear in your cell phone number, you need to change the cell phone numbers to text. And you only need to add a 0 in B10. So we go to column B, we select all of the cells, and in home, in here, we change it to text. Also in B10, I'm going to add the 0 and it stays. Question 4.5, change the format of the date in column D to long date. Example, Wednesday, 13 September 2023. So we select the entire column D. And you can go to the number. And if you look here, there's many options. We want this one. And you say, okay. Question 4.6, solve the hash error in column E. Now, whenever you see hashes, you must know it's just because the column is too short to fit this. So all you have to do is just increase the length, or I'm going to undo, Control Z, or you can just go here and double click and it will adjust automatically according to the size necessary. Okay. 4.7, format the cells in the range I10 to I59 to currency. So we go to I10 to I59 and we change it here to currency. 4.8, use the formula in cell J10 to calculate the total group cost for the number of people, column C, booked by Thandi Tlaka. The accommodation cost is in column I. So we are going to calculate the total group cost. Let's look for Thandi Tlaka. She has booked for a number of 3 people. And the accommodation cost is here per person. So you are going to say equal to the number of people multiplied, you use an asterisk for multiplication, multiplied by the accommodation. All right, the accommodation cost is in column I. 4.9, travelers need to pay a 10% deposit on the total group cost when they book a vacation. Use the formula in K15 to calculate the deposit for traveler George Parker. Give cell J15 the name cost before attempting this question. So before we start with this question, J15, we are going to give it a name cost. So let's go to J15, or your easiest way is just to type here J15 and that will take you to that cell. Okay, now you can right click and say define name, and we want to give this the name cost. So this is the cost. Then they want you to calculate 10% deposit on the total group cost when they book a vacation. So the total group cost is here and the deposit is 10% of this. But remember, they asked you to do this for a reason. You are now not going to use J15. Instead, you are going to use the words cost to quote this cell. Okay, so we say equal to 10 divided by 100 multiplied by, now we type cost. Can you see it has selected something as the cost? This is not case sensitive, so whether you type it in capital or small, it's fine. And there you see 1517 is 151,70. Okay, and 4.10, travelers must pay a baggage fee of 5 Rand per kilogram. A formula has been used in cell M17 to calculate the baggage fee, but the cell shows a value error. Make the necessary adjustments in the worksheet so that the value error will not occur again. We are working in M17. This is giving us a value error because of the kg after the number. If you remove the kg, you'll see that this works. But that is not just 1 mark. You will see that this is for 2 marks. And they say make sure that this error will not occur again. So you have to ensure that all of these kgs are removed. You are not going to go to each one and remove the kgs. All right, you can go to find and replace. What are we going to replace? The kgs with nothing. So we say replace all. And now all of the kgs have been removed. As easy as pie. When we go to question 4.10, travelers must pay a baggage fee of 5 Rand. Okay, we've done that one. 4.11. Continue working in the cost worksheet. Now we move on to the cost worksheet. Use a function in cell G4 to determine what the most expensive vacation in the luxury travel style is. So we are looking at the luxury travel style, which is here. And we need to find what is the most expensive vacation. So we say equal to max. And select the values, close bracket, and enter. That is the highest value. Next question, there will be a price increase on the mid-range travel style, column D, effective July 1, 2025. The formula used to calculate the percentage increase in cell G7 is incorrect. Correct the formula in cell G7 and format the calculated value to display in percentage. So it says that this formula is incorrect. If you look at this column, this is the new price after an increase. This is the old price. The only error here is a BODMAS error. We are first subtracting. So remember, it's new price minus old price all over the old price. That is why you need to put this in brackets. New price minus old price, all divided by the old price. And that gives us a better number. But this must be changed to percentage. There's a shortcut here. And now we have an increase of 12%. Right, save but do not close. Continue working in the style worksheet. Now your shortcut for save is Ctrl S. Now we are working in the style worksheet. Sort the worksheet according to the travel style column B and then according to the island column A. So I'm going to select all of this and we go to sort. And you cannot just say sort A to Z because then it will only sort the first column. You must select custom sort, and we are also going to add a level. It said first by column B, which is your travel style, and then you add a level, and then by column A, which is the island. And you say okay, and now it is sorted. As you can see, it is first sorted by this, all the budgets. Let me zoom in a bit. You'll see that all the budgets are from A to Z. All the luxury is from A to Z. Hope that makes sense. All right, and that is it. That is the end of question 4.